And we're live.
Hi, everyone. My name is Joe Hoover, and we'll be doing my show Amends. Why don't we take a minute and introduce ourselves? I'm Joe, like I just said.
Which way do you want to go, Joe?
How about Steve? And we'll go around the thing.
Hi, everybody. I'm Steve Remeika, and I'm playing Taylor tonight.
Hi, everyone. I'm Jen, and I'm playing Mrs. Krebbs.
I'm Catherine Whistler. I'm playing Sharon.
Hey, guys. I'm Megan LaFlamme. I'm playing Madge.
Hi, I'm Seth playing Kyle. We have some people watching. I'm also in charge of the stream. We actually have 20 people already. The Hollands say, Joe Hoover, we are ready and waiting. Can't wait to see Amends. And Kwong D. Tran says, Brother Joe Hoover,
Tran.
SJ. I don't know what SJ means. Do you?
Society, I think so. It's Society of Jesus. It's the Jesuits.
Got it.
It's this religious thing that
Yeah,
I'm part
I
of.
wouldn't know. I'm Jewish.
Yeah, exactly. Seth has some big news today. Seth?
Oh, that's true. I didn't know we were talking about that.
Well, we're going to.
I guess so. Is it the news about my cat? No, he means
your cat.
I proposed to my girlfriend last night, and now she's my fiance. And we posted the video of it on the Facebook, and it's blowing up over 700 likes at the moment. It's okay. I did it. It happened, and now I have a fiance. It's very strange. And my mom keeps texting me asking about Japanese weddings because my girlfriend's Japanese. So then I tested my sister, and I was like, was she like this for your wedding? And she's like, yep. So that's the next year for me, is my mom texting me about this wedding.
That's awesome. We're so happy for you. Seth, by the way, is a cabaret songwriter, singer, star in many ways, shapes, and forms. And he had a show open on off-Broadway, just about to open up. It was in previews.
Joe
and
saw
then
it.
The plague descended on New York.
Yeah.
So hopefully it'll come back.
We have more people. Eric says congrats. Thank you, Eric. That's Jen's boyfriend. And Heather says, hi, Joe. I'm excited to see your play today. Congrats, Seth. Thank you, Heather. And Bill Hoover says, Joe, break a leg.
Oh, no. That's the one who, he's going to watch me playing the roles he played and judge me. It's terrible. What was I going to say? Oh, so these are all actors we have all studied together at the Barrow Group, which is an awesome theater company. We all encourage you. They have lots of online classes right now. I'm taking a playwriting class, and they're fantastic style of acting, teaching, and playwriting and directing. They do their own shows, and they're just fantastic. So we're going to start in just a minute, but before we do, we had a little texting conversation. It was really kind of interesting. Basically, that a lot of us had the same question in the middle of everything that's going on in the country right now. Should we do a show, a comic, fun show while there's a lot of protesting and marches and rallies and vigils in the streets over racism, America's a racist past, incredible violence on the streets done by cops, George Floyd just being the most prominent one of those. But we decided to do it. Does anyone want to just chime in on that? On any thoughts on what our concerns were or what we kind of came up with?
I think my main... Go ahead.
No, go ahead, please. No, absolutely. Take it away.
My main concern is in putting up any kind of work, that meaning that we're not paying attention, we're not aware, we're not taking action, we're not working on anti-racism. And that for me has been, this week has been a big learning week. And I would encourage anyone watching right now, like after this, you have time, send some emails, call representatives. Breonna Taylor's murderers are still free. Like there are things that we need to be fighting. At the same time, we do still need creative outlets. And so I still feel conflicted. That's probably coming through right now. But this is a wonderful play. And also there is much work to be done on the civil rights side of things. And I hope that we are all aware of that, both as performers and patrons of the arts.
Well said, Catherine.
Well said.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jess.
Steve, were you going to chime in there?
Yeah, I mean, just to add on to Catherine's sentiments, I was going to say that we didn't want to detract from the dialogue that's happening on social media and online right now, the Black Lives Matter movement that we all feel extremely passionate about. But one of the things that we thought about was, in a time like this, people always turn to the arts. During COVID and during times of difficulty, you always need some levity. And so we decided that that's what art is. Art is something we turn to during difficult times for a smile and to be moved and to be sort of taken away. And so we decided to go forth and tell the story.
Yeah, I want to say that I watched the Sesame Street Town Hall today, and I thought it was really well done. And if anyone wants to have firsthand accounts, I actually had a talk show episode. I do a talk show every Thursday called What Day Is It? And I had some of my friends come on, and they told these stories about their lives that, I mean, I had no idea they had gone through so much racism, because they don't really talk about it, and I don't really ask about it. And I mean, I've been friends with one of them for 15 years, and I didn't know what growing up for him was like. So to me, it was really a powerful episode. You know, I cried a little bit. It was kind of like when I first learned about my grandmother's Holocaust experience, and it's just hard to think of these people we love having had gone through so much atrocity, and it really kind of opened my eyes. So that's right on the same YouTube channel and Facebook channel you're on. I highly recommend that discussion that I had with my friends about it.
Thanks, Seth. Thanks, you guys. I'll just say one more thing, and then we can get started. So as you know, or some of you know, or many of you know, that I'm a Jesuit brother. It's Catholic religious order. And the Catholic Church has been really behind the 8 ball on this kind of stuff in terms of speaking out on racism. And our power structure is very Caucasian. People look like me who run the church, by and large, in America anyway. But I was really grateful that the church that I go to, which is a Black church in Brownsville and Brooklyn, organized by the youth group leader, a vigil in front of the church, people holding signs asking people to honk. And about 40 people came up. It was organized by, actually the youth wanted to start this. So about 40 people turned out, holding signs, getting people to honk. So I was really grateful that the church has started to do some witness on behalf of the very things that it's supposed to be standing up for, people who are struggling and suffering in ways that they shouldn't have to. So awesome. Anything else anyone wanted to mention?
I want to say Melissa Peterson is here. So hi,
Hi,
Melissa.
Melissa.
Hi, Melissa.
She is
Our
one of my
classmate.
Barrow Street friends.
Fantastic
And then
actress.
Joe's brother says he was going to judge with love.
Oh, he heard my, oh, right, he heard me say that. I forgot he can hear me. Damn it. Okay, so why don't we get started?
All right.
Okay, so Amends by Joe Hoover, me. Setting, the Seaside Cafe in Omaha, Nebraska, 1997. Scene 1, Kyle and Sharon at the cafe, a diner in Omaha.
Kyle, I want to make amends.
Amends? To who? Me?
Yeah.
Amends for what? This coffee is actually quite robust, Sharon.
No, I want to make amends for this.
We're eating breakfast at the Seaside Cafe.
No, this.
Oh, this.
Yes. I've dragged you into something that you're too good for. And it's my fault, and your wife, but she deserves much better. I like Madge. I really like her.
But I do too. This isn't a not liking of her. It's more a better liking of you.
Kyle.
There's no negative here, only 2 positives. I like Madge. That's good. I like you. That's good. Right now, I'm choosing this good. Life is never just like this clear-cut good, evil, right, wrong. It's basically just everything is good and everything is right. You just have to choose what's more good and more right.
I don't know what that means. I'm just sad.
But we're happy.
I know. We are happy, but I'm sad. I don't know how that is.
Do you want something else to eat? I think you're just hungry. You know, you always get this way when you get hungry.
Kyle, I'm the one who will get off scot-free in this. I'm single. I'm not cheating on anyone. You're the one who's cheating, and I don't want to put you in that position. You are going to destroy your marriage. But I'm not destroying anything except...
Except what?
My soul.
You told me you didn't even have a soul.
I know, but that was only after I met you. And I'm wondering now if there wasn't causation.
I mean, I never met anyone who didn't have a soul. I mean, goldfish, they don't have souls, but it's not like you ever actually meet a goldfish. You look at them, you feel peaceful, but with you, it's not peaceful. It's never been peaceful. You bring me no peace whatsoever. And that's exciting, thrilling, like a horror movie you never want to leave.
That's sweet. Who's that waiter over there? Is that Loden? Loden Cantor?
I guess so. Can we get some more ham steak over here, please? Make that the flaming ham steak.
He's Taylor's brother. Remember him? Taylor Cantor from our class? Isn't he living on a farm now?
I don't know.
Taylor Cantor. Man, oh man. Why do guys like that always leave town?
That's right. Flaming. Thank you.
You don't need to yell.
I think it will make you feel better. It's good, hearty Omaha food. You just need to chew on some ham. That's steak. That's flaming.
I believe in God, you know.
So do I. But God, what is God? I mean, honestly, who can compromise the mind that, et cetera, et cetera.
I believe in a God who gets angry at people, who is distant and angry and rains fire down on people when they sin.
Sharon, that is not healthy.
I'm having an affair with a married man whose wife has dimples and bracelets from Latin America that commemorate peasant massacres, and who doesn't wear makeup because of her natural-born beauty and humility and Quaker-like simplicity, who raises dirty chickens in her backyard and gives the eggs away to the Honduran children living 10 to a bedroom down the street.
Those kids aren't little angels, you know. They have everyone fooled.
It's 1997. People shouldn't be having an affair anymore. Even the president stopped having affairs. We have advanced beyond that, but I haven't. I want to be judged for this. And God doesn't judge you. God loves you. What a bunch of crap. You are good just as you are. I'm not. I want to be put on trial. I want to be held accountable. Where's that farmer? Where's Taylor? I bet he knows how to hold people accountable. Taylor Cantor was always that one good thing that when you look at it, you realize how crappy your own life is.
Well, okay. Now that we're on the topic of being judged, now that you've opened up the barn door, well, I think you should do is take stock of yourself and give yourself some credit.
For what?
For doing what it takes to keep an affair going, day in and day out, whether you like it or not. It's amazing that we've been able to stick this baby out for so long.
Really?
Oh, Sharon, this world is full of half efforts. Take it or leave it, who cares? No one makes a pledge and sticks with it. No one is committed. But we are. We're going the whole 9 yards.
You think so?
Yes, we shouldn't bail out now, just like all the rest, easy come, easy go.
So we're going all the way with this. You're saying to me that you're going to leave Madge and we are going to, you know.
You brought this up before once.
37 times.
It would defeat the whole point. We would all of a sudden be rushing off to something else when we haven't fully lived out this experience, this mysterious, unnameable,
What?
She's here.
Who?
Her.
Oh.
With her mother.
Her mother? I didn't know Madge was going to do it here.
Do what?
Her amends. What do we do?
So we're just having breakfast. We're friends. She knows that this is a friend's breakfast, asexual.
Right. We've known each other for years. I used to double date with you guys. We can have a friend's breakfast.
Well, that's what this making amends. Isn't that an AA thing? Are you guys drunks? this whole time, my wife has been a tottering, really drunk, and I
No, the two of us just try to clean the slate every year with whoever we need to. We've been doing it ever since we saw a slate one day. Oh, look, she doesn't even see us.
right, she doesn't. Thank God. Get up quietly. We can sneak out of here. Oh no! Oh no! They're bringing the ham steak over! The flaming ham steak! It's a huge goddamn flame! It's a friggin' bonfire! Why did they have to make the fire so big? Take it back! Take it back! Everyone's staring at us!
There it is. The fiery judgment of God. I could have seen it coming miles away. He wants my soul back.
She's looking at us! Madge and her mother are staring right at us.
I knew it. My fate is at hand. You play, you pay.
Sharon!
There's only one thing to do, Kyle. It's me, Madge, Sharon. I'm having breakfast with your husband. We're having breakfast because I was with him last night. Because we are having an affair. He wasn't at a bowling league sleepover last night. A, he doesn't bowl. And B, why would a bowling league have a sleepover? Why are you pretending that you don't know what you damn well know, making us go through all this sneaking around? It's a lot of work to pull this kind of thing off. And why are you coming to a diner for breakfast anyway? You have all those perfect brown eggs that you're... That's beside the point. I am here to make amends before you and your mom and Kyle and God, who right now is apparently a flaming ham steak, that I am having an affair with your husband. I apologize with all my heart. I repent. Everyone, listen up. Okay, you're already listening. I beg your forgiveness. You do not deserve this, Madge. I beg the mercy of the Lord on my soul, a soul which I may or may not have. God bless you all. Oh, God, that felt good. Oh, what a relief. Have you ever done fire yoga where they throw burning matches on you while you're doing the poses, but then it's over and it feels so great? That's what this feels like. All right. Whew, I have to go. Looks like Madge wants to talk. I think that will be a really positive step for you. It's another good.
Scene 2. Madge and her mom, Mrs. Krebbs, are having breakfast at the same time at another table in the diner.
Mom,
Yes, Madge?
I need to make amends for something I did.
Oh, is this what this is all about? Taking me to a lovely place like the Seaside Cafe? Look at the size of those eggs.
Please, those eggs are nothing.
They are not nothing. You don't see eggs like that, but once in a
I
blue
have a
moon.
whole house full of eggs more. Never mind. I'm here to make amends.
Okay.
So,
Go ahead.
my amends are this entire year, about 25 or 30 times, I've tried to liquidate you.
Liquidate me?
Yes.
Kill me?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, did you succeed?
What?
Did you succeed in liquidating me?
No.
Right, I'm still alive. I would have known if you'd killed me.
Yeah, you would have. I could never quite do it. Poison, razor blades, hatchets, spells, incantations, diphtheria, rickets. I couldn't finish you off.
So you actually poisoned me and cut me and bludgeoned and diseased me?
No, I didn't. You probably would have noticed if I had.
Oh, of course.
I was about to do all of those things at different times, but I could never quite do it, and that's what I'm sorry for.
You're sorry for not being able to kill me.
No, I said that wrong. I'm sorry for trying to kill you.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense.
Yeah.
Well, as long as you're sorry, that's all that really matters. Do you want to go to Brandeis?
Brandeis?
There's an Ocean Pacific shirt that I want to get for your brother. And I know you've been dying to try on that Alice in Chains tie-dye blouse.
Yeah, I have been looking at it.
Okay. Well, I'll get the check. Excuse me, could we have the check? Thanks. Well, that was delicious.
Yeah, it was.
What a wonderful place. And right next to a church. You can just feel the sacredness coming right through.
Yeah, you can.
You could put stained glass on these windows.
Yeah, they could. So, you're not upset that I wanted to eliminate you?
Are you upset?
Yes, I am.
Well, then I'm upset.
You are?
Yes, very upset.
Well, that's a relief. But wait, what if I wasn't upset?
And I wouldn't be upset.
I don't know what to say to that.
I just want what makes you happy.
Mom.
You leave the tip. That's how you can make up for this.
A tip? You think that 20% tip is going to make up for this?
25. They were excellent. So, how are things with Kyle?
They're fine. He's the best. He's loving and kind. And hold on. This is a big deal. I've done something that I think you should be more alarmed by, but you're just sitting there.
Well, what else am I supposed to do? It's past. I can't change anything in the past.
But you could be bothered, or at least, or want to know why I did it.
You didn't do it. I'm still alive.
But why I tried.
Okay. Why did you try?
I don't know.
Well, that's a big help. Let's just go shopping. That usually takes care of a lot of problems.
I mean, why does anyone kill their mother? They're probably just trying to kill something in themselves that they don't like.
You don't like something about yourself? Honey, you're wonderful.
I'm not. People think I'm so great. They think I care about refugees and poultry and Latin American mass tragedies and revolutions. I don't know if I do. Sometimes I think I'm just going through the motions and I get edgy and I start trying to
liquidate people?
Yes. I mean, sometimes I even look at Kyle and I'm holding a fork and I think I will do it. And I'm just looking at him and his little innocent white hand and I'm just he's just picture him with his law firm partners on the back cover of a phone book and he's embarrassing our family. He's so fake. He gets whatever he wants. But no one sees him like I see him and I clench that fork and I look at him and I start to lift that fork, but he's so nice. He got me that locket from Borsheim's with a squirrel in the shape of a heart. I don't know how they did that.
Well, if you did liquidate Kyle.
I'm not going to. He's wonderful.
Well, if you did liquidate someone, anyone, I would be there to defend you. I would stand up in a courtroom and say, that's my daughter. She's a good girl.
Thanks, but I don't know if my stress reliever is a good trait to have.
Well, there may be other better ways to deal with stress than murder, but we're all just on our journey. Yes, you're on your journey and you're just following where your journey goes. Over hill and over dale and into homicide, but back out of it, and it's your journey.
But what if my journey ended with a knife in your kidney?
Well, I would say my kidney is serving a real purpose. Maybe for the first time ever. I would be happy to extend a vital organ of mine just to help you move along your path.
And I go to jail?
And maybe you find yourself. Lots of people find themselves when they're in jail. And I'd be part of making that happen.
You wouldn't mind being murdered by me and me jailed if it helped me someday maybe find myself.
What makes you happy makes me happy.
I never realized what a wonderful mother you are. You go along in life and you take your parents for granted and finally you grow up and you realize your mom would willingly die for you by being killed by you to make you happy. That's true love. You're a great mom.
Chugging along, down the old tracks. Now, I think you and Kyle should go off and get away for a bit. Go out west. Just go for a long ride and let it all roll off your back. What's going on over there? Look at that fire. It's a burning ham steak.
Oh, wow, that is huge. It's like a pillar of fire. It's coming to rescue me, to tell me I'm still a good person, that I'm just not a failed killer, that attempting matricide was just part of my path in life, a rough spot that I need to overcome. And now I know I'm a flame of light for other people, that my life is only going to get better and better and happier, and that me and Kyle are entering an even a higher love. Is that Sharon Luftwaffe getting on that chair and shouting across the room? What is she saying?
Scene 3. A couple days later, Loden, Cantor, and his brother Taylor are sitting at a table at the same cafe. Whenever Cindy and I are about to have an argument, we notice it.
Good for you, Loden.
And we both stop. And we deliberately tighten our sphincters. We tighten our sphincters, and then we release them, and we start talking. When you tighten the muscles of your sphincter and then untighten them, it is virtually impossible to be tense and stressed and angry. It all melts away, and you can have a calm, reasonable discussion with someone. Now, I know that may sound a little weird, Taylor, tightening your sphincter before you argue. Maybe you don't hear this kind of thing down there on the farm, but we found that it really works. It's made things so much smoother between us. And as my brother, I think you can trust me on this. But anyway, so before we get into this, I suggest we both tighten our sphincters.
What?
And then relax them, and then start talking.
Loden.
Just do it.
Well, what do we need to talk about anyway?
So I was on my morning shift here a couple days ago, and across the floor, everyone was talking about making amends to each other for stuff they did really weird. It was like some little guilty conscience party. It got a little out of hand. Okay, so it did. There was some screaming, tears, fire. One lady grabbed a fork and almost plunged it into her husband's arm. The older lady with her told her to stab him if it would fulfill her eternal soul. You know, then the husband starts hitting on this waitress. Frankly, it was a disaster. But it made me realize that I have been keeping something from you, my own brother, that I need to express remorse for. I have to tell you something hard, and I think you might get upset by it. Like happened with these people, and then I might get upset that you're upset, and on and on and on. You're kind of touchy. Not all the time, just sometimes. I want this to be not enjoyable, but relatively calm. Like the kind of calm you get only after you compress the muscles of...
I don't know if it's entirely true that I am touchy. I am not.
Don't prove my hypothesis in the very act of denying it. I know you're smarter than that. Let me just say this, and we can move on.
Okay. Your remorse. Go ahead.
If we could first do what I asked.
Squeeze the...
Yes.
I don't know if I'm comfortable with the idea.
This will really help. I don't think I can do this unless we both take these measures first. Taylor.
Okay.
Are you doing it?
Yes, not perfectly, but I think so.
It's like you have to go, but you're holding it. That's how it should feel.
Yeah, I think I got it.
I'm doing it too.
How long do we...
Length of a glory be. Glory be to the Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit, as it was in the beginning, is now, and ever shall be. World without end. Okay, good. Let go. How do you feel?
Not bad. Not bad.
Amazing, isn't it? You can really feel it, can't you? It relaxes the waste regulatory system of your body, and the rest of you goes peaceful.
I can see that. Okay, I think I'm ready for this.
Okay, so deep breath, Loden. So a couple months ago, when you left for work that one day, well, maybe it started earlier than that, in some kind of generalized way. Like the year before. Actually, let me just go back to our childhood.
No, you can't do that. You just Just say what you did, okay? What the hell? That I left work. I mean, when you stayed with me on the farm a couple of months ago.
Yes, then. So after you were gone, long story short, I did not treat your dog well.
Tapper? You didn't treat him well? What does that mean? What did you do to him?
I was physically unkind to him.
What do you mean? Just say it plain. You hit him,
Yes. And I want to express remorse for what I did.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Why? I mean, what did he ever do to you?
He kept getting out of the yard and running over to the road where I was digging that thorn bush out.
Well, I never asked you to do that.
I wanted to help. I wanted to make things better out there.
Like, I don't need you to make things better for me.
Yes, you do. You're out there on that farm by Kansas. You even talk like a farmer.
As sure as cuss, do not talk.
I'm sorry, I just got to get through this. So he kept getting in the way, jumping all around and yelping. And so I picked him up. And he tried to squirm out of my arms. And I threw him to the ground.
Loden.
And I told him to heel, and he didn't. And finally, I picked him up again and took him over to the fence and threw him into the yard.
You threw him over the fence? Are you kidding me?
And then he got out again. Are you still relaxed? And so are you sure you want to hear all the details? Maybe you should retighten your sphincter.
Did you really do all of this?
I did.
I can't believe it.
I was so angry. And the more he wouldn't obey, the angrier I got. He got out again, and well, let's just say I don't know what got into me. I'm sorry.
That is so horrible.
Now, we're not going to argue. You're not going to get mad because we've taken steps to head this off, right?
You're right. I feel calm right now. I'm not getting tense, but are you some kind of like monster? I mean, he's fine. There's nothing wrong with him. It's not like you did any damage, I guess.
I want to rectify this. I'm sorry. I really apologize. I feel so bad. He's a good little guy. I didn't need to do that. I can see that now. He wasn't trying to make me mad. He was just being a dog.
You know, rectify the things with the dog. Like, by a mistake. Like, every day till you die.
Now, see, we're not really arguing. You're just stating facts. You gave an order, which is reasonable, which is maybe what I should do, buy steaks or something.
Yeah, you know, I can't seem to fly off the handle here, which is like kind of upsetting to me, but I can't seem to get upset about that. And I can't get upset about the fact that I'm not upset.
What can I do to set things straight?
You came to the farm from that retreat, that spiritual walking retreat.
A pilgrimage.
Yeah, you were at the end of that walking thing and you like hitchhiked to the farm after becoming completely spiritual, like radiant.
I took off work from the seaside. I needed time to myself. I wandered through the Southwest saying the Jesus prayer.
Yeah, and you wandered through the Southwest saying the Jesus prayer.
Lord Jesus Christ, have mercy on me. Lord Jesus Christ, have mercy on me. All the madness of my life just washed away. I hitchhiked.
You hitchhiked. You trusted that you would get picked up.
I trusted. I took no money. I prayed and hitchhiked, and people actually picked me up. And one couple let me stay the night at their place, and we talked about like the amazing similarities between like Eastern religions and Christianity, except I guess with the Eastern thing, they don't even call them religions because that's too suffocating.
You know, everything is suffocating.
Yeah, I don't know what that means. Why did you even leave Omaha and buy that farm?
I wanted to get back to things. I mean, I don't fit in here. I don't feel like I'm made for now.
What are you even talking about? Everyone loves you. Do you even like farming? What do you know about wheat?
I have eaten bread. I mean, my entire life. I'm like learning to do this. You know, we should do the things that we think that we can't do. I mean, Eleanor Roosevelt said that.
She was talking about the things you want to do but are afraid of. She's not saying do the things you don't want to do.
Okay, it's a good point. And I can't say that I've ever thought of that. Damn it. But that is like a really good observation.
Well, then these Oriental religion people drove me to a Trappist monastery where there was fresh bread and soup, and wooden bowls. And I worked in a field with a monk who told these jokes, like, what did Cindy Firefly say to Mindy Firefly? You glow girl. Yeah. So he told me about this high spiritual state called the dark night of the soul. And he felt that I had entered it and gotten through to the other side. He said that.
It was amazing, just like hearing about it. It's like I wanted all that, but I had to work. I was like disking the field and fixing fence while you were off getting enlightened and spiritual. I don't have enough money to become spiritual. I can't afford the dark night of the soul.
Well, sometimes you just have to do things. Just shake it all off and go. I left the monastery and I met a woman in a small town who told me her goal in life is to walk backwards everywhere. And that once she was dead and in the morgue, and now she's alive. And how she just lives this kind of peace. And I got peaceful and insightful from her. It was amazing. I felt like God had put each of these people in each of these places just to meet me.
Just to meet you, huh? That's what this pilgrimage was about? Through the red rocks and the dust and the riversides, and it's all for you.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. And I went on and I journaled and I prayed and I made a fire in the Sangre de Cristo Mountains. Are you kidding me? There's actually mountains called that. Blood of Christ. And sitting up there next to my fire, I felt like the universe was all created for me.
I'm not feeling so good hearing about this story. The more you're telling me the story, the more angry I'm getting, except I can't feel it inside me because my goddamn sphincter is so relaxed. But I know mentally, this is pissing me off.
Hear me out. This is the good stuff of light. I sat by that fire and I felt so loved and cared for. And I got this sense down in the marrow of my bones that I would always have this hand guiding me. I felt so close to creation and all creatures. Like whatever split there was between us was completely artificial and just melted away. And all the things of this earth were in me and I was in them.
Like even me disking, that was in you? Like me being all alone out on the farm, standing under a yard, looking at an empty road, that was in you?
Well, no, but yes, because all goodness is in me and God is all good. And I was so peaceful and loving and close to God. I mean, really, not just like the feeling of it, but actually geographically near the divine. And then your dog got out of the yard. And I just turned like that.
You turned into some kind of maniac? Is that it?
How could I be close to the Creator and hurt His creation? I don't know what to make of that, but I want you to be okay with this. How is he? How is Tapper?
What kind of person?
I don't know. I'm just angry, I guess. Having an epiphany doesn't change your nature. I love God, but I hated that border collie. Do you accept my amends?
You know what? You have to give me a moment to take this in, because it's like I'm talking to a different person now. But I can't get mad at you. Like, this isn't right. You rigged the game. I mean, how could you do this to me? You just waltz in here and you expect me to like...
I have to make amends. You have to accept them so I can move on. I need to move on.
Or what?
Or I can't be peaceful. I need to be peaceful. Even more than just in my body. I need that deep peace or I'll die, man. I mean, I can't take it. I want to go out on another pilgrimage. I want to go pray for my wife. I I think that she's caught up in a lot of materialism, and I want to intercede for her.
Yeah, I'm sure she is. Sydney is all about material things. Like food and rent.
No, it's more than rent. It's a whole sick thing that we're all in, all of us. I'm not saying I'm better. Really, I'm just as bad as you and everyone. Look what's going on up there. Everyone just wants what they want. They don't think about the bigger picture. There's a bigger picture. I don't know what the bigger picture is, but there is one. Something we're all missing. If we could all just get together and talk about the things we should talk about. I don't know what the things are we should talk about. We need to just figure things out and take things to the next level. I don't know what the next level is, but that's not bad, because if you don't know where you're going, you can never get lost trying to get there. I have no idea what I'm talking about. I just want to go out and change things because, no one really cares anymore. People say, who cares? Who cares? Well, I care. I care, and I'm going to let everyone know how much I care. And they're going to be really grateful to me for it. But first, I have to get over this thing. I'm down and out here, Taylor.
Seems like you're doing okay to me. You have a job, you have Cindy.
It's not enough. If there's something heavy on your soul, it outweighs everything else. I need serenity. I learned that from Sharon, watching her make amends at this cafe. Sharon needed peace and serenity. So she went off and...
Sharon who?
Sharon Luftwaffe. She was the one making amends to this guy. She had to get it out and move on.
Sharon Luftwaffe? From our neighborhood? What did she do?
Well, she was cheating. Well, actually, from what I heard, she wasn't really cheating since she wasn't married. But the guy she was sleeping with, he was cheating. Hold on, that was Kyle. That was Kyle Martell she called that. Well, he deserved it. Picture on the back cover of the phone book, he was married. So she was what? Accessory to the adultery.
Sharon. Really? Her?
Yes, Sharon.
Sharon was an accessory to cheating with a married guy, but she had a pink basket on her bike. Girls who have pink baskets on their bikes don't grow up to be that kind of girl.
Yeah, if you could just respond to my initial request.
Sharon. She wore these wading boots in high school, even in dry weather. These sort of high rubber wading boots, and it just killed me. Sharon Luftwaffe.
Yeah, well, it appears she takes off the old boots occasionally. Look, I gotta know if you're gonna let me...
Sure, I accept your remorse. I cannot believe it.
Oh, thanks, wow. Thanks. I feel so much better.
She tried out for the volleyball team in those wading boots. She was making some kind of statement, and no one really knew what kind of statement she was making, but she did. And the hell with all the rest, because it was so righteous.
Yeah, righteous. So what's your order?
What do you mean?
What do you want to eat?
Wait, what? You're my waiter?
Yeah, I'm in the middle of my shift.
So you got tables out there? And they've been waiting all this time?
They'll be fine. They'd understand if I knew I was resolving this crisis in my life.
So I guess she's not seeing Kyle anymore, huh?
No, I don't think so. Scene 4. A couple weeks later, enter Mrs. Krebbs at the Seaside Cafe. She sits down at a table.
Hi, God. How are you? I'm meeting my daughter here. Madge? Brown, sheeny hair, dimples, great smile, really great forehand. You'd know her if you saw her. She's coming with her husband. Or I don't know. Can't we all just be forgiving? People doing bad things is just a chance for us to practice forgiveness. We should encourage people to do terrible things so we can be merciful to them. Right? You know I'm right. Anyway, the reason I'm praying is I've realized recently you never know when your time is up. Madge could come right in here with a pipe wrench to finish me off. And God, I'm ready for it. I'm prepared to meet you. Coordinates all set. Flight gear on. But the thing is, she does rub me out. I have to make atonement. I realized that I make other people feel bad about themselves because I'm so, well, I don't know how to say this, but I'll just say it. Because I'm such a kind and loving person. I am, truly. I live my life for people who are not me. And I would hate to think that other people might feel bad comparing themselves to me. It's awful. It keeps me awake at night. But wait, isn't me saying that I'm so kind and loving? Isn't that prideful? It is. I'm not perfect. I just displayed pride. I don't need to atone for being too good. I'm not too good. My pride is saving me from shaming other people. What a relief.
You think I'm coming back to you just like that?
No, I'm not presuming you'll just come back to me. I'm not presuming at all.
I've been trying to kill this woman right here, for 11 months, and you didn't even notice.
Madge, I was wrong. I admit it.
A Course in Miracles. Are you kidding? It's done nothing for me. A Course in Hell, that's what it was. A course in how to live in the pits of hell and not even notice it. Flames licking at your thighs and thinking it's a sprinkler. It's easier to try to kill your nice mother than get rid of your slime ball husband. Because you want kids, so you put up with anything.
I didn't know you wanted kids.
I started weeping uncontrollably anytime I saw a bassinet.
That did not indicate to me that you desired to be around bassinets.
Madge, honey, I don't know that I'm being helpful here. You're not handling this the way I was mentally planning you would. But that's okay. Let me go to Crossroads and pick something up for you. How about a nice Liz Fair halter top?
Fine, go.
What size are you?
6.
Really? I mean, if we want to live in Fantasyland, that's fine.
I'm a 6. Just go.
I'll get a 6 and an 8.
Do not get an 8. Get a 6. Kyle, just go. Find a new path. It's time to head out. You're done, pal.
Madge, you're a forgiving person. You're so wonderful and so compassionate and forgiving. Maybe that helped me think I could get away with this. That's not the best phrase. That I could find a healthy way to negotiate these recent events of my being unfaithful. But hold on. Aren't we all being unfaithful in one way or another? I mean, I think a lot of people are unfaithful, for instance, to the promise of this country. Is any of what I'm saying helpful? Maybe. I'm trying to be better than I am. I want to try to be better because I actually don't want to be better than I am. I want to want it, though. I know it's a thing I should want, even though I don't. I'm so truthful. Isn't that refreshing?
Kyle, when we met, you were such a good, innocent person. You weren't this conniving, lying, cheating, shiftless. Hold on. I was starting to say how good and innocent you were and what happened to you, but come to think of it, you were never a good guy. You were slimy back then, too. I just couldn't see it because I was blinded by the hand-tooled stitching on the gathered high neck of my mermaid lace wedding gown. Exquisite tulle, shining silk, glittering sequins, spaghetti straps. Oh, an illusion back and a sweetheart neckline. All made in the gun shed of a Guatemalan rebel camp. A wedding dress doesn't get better than that. I got on the wings of that dress and I just soared past any qualms or doubts about your marriageable character. Just go, Kyle. I'm tired. I have chickens to feed. I think I'm going to kill one of them tonight. At least I'll have a sense of accomplishment.
So, did it not go well?
Scene 8. The same time, Taylor and Sharon at a different table at the Seaside Cafe.
Okay, Sharon, we gotta do this thing before we talk. Okay, I guess it's like standard when you have this kind of conversation. So, do you have a sphincter? Okay, of course you have a sphincter. God damn it. Okay, look, if you don't mind. Oh God. Okay, if you don't mind, could you just like take a second, just like half a second, and clench your sphincter?
What?
Tighten your sphincter.
I didn't catch that.
Tighten your sphincter.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay, like clench the muscles of my.
Yes. Just do it so that we're with, and then not your abs or your like glutes, just your
Sphincter.
that.
Okay.
So it's happening.
Yes.
Okay. I'm engaged too.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
What's the point of this?
I don't know. Just do it, and then now, just wait. There is a point, so you won't freak out after I tell you this. By the way, you can stop.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I like the sound of this. Having to clutch my anus to keep from freaking out.
Yeah. Well, I went through this. I went through it too. So just look. The point is.
I was shocked you called me. I mean, it's been years. How's Loden? Doesn't he work here?
He hates dogs.
What?
I mean, that's not true. He's out like walking somewhere really spiritual, like real mystical now, like Des Moines, I think.
So I'm glad you wanted to. I mean, I'd been thinking about. Well, what did you want to talk about?
I want to make amends to you.
For what? I can't imagine anything you do that could lead amends.
I've kind of liked you for a long time, and I never told you, and that's all. And I guess, you got involved with Kyle Martell, and I don't judge you for that or anything, but I blew it. I should have told you a long time ago. High school. The boots. And not because you would have gone out with me and been happy with me, because I don't doubt that you would have.
Well,
I mean, but at least like when you're out there dating someone, some complete jackass, let's say, and, you'd know that it could have been me you were going out with due to me telling you that I loved you. I mean, I liked.
love.
No, I said liked first, and I am sticking with that. I'm not good at transparency, okay? Anyway, you'd realize that it could have been me that you were seeing because I told you that I liked you. And that therefore you would realize that it could be a lot worse comparing being with this undesirable man and being with someone less desired, me, and then at least you'd be, a little happier with the unsavory man, or maybe less miserable, or however you want to state that. And knowing that you were like less miserable would make me less miserable, which would increase the lack of misery in the world, meaning that you would be even less miserable. But you could never have that happen because I never asked you out. So you'd reject me, and you'd have this unusual yet potent control factor for your future experiments in romance. So that's my amends. Are you mad?
I'm very calm.
Me too. I kind of can't help it. It's from the clenching.
I know, but I think it's also because I'm sitting here.
Yeah, it's a nice cafe.
No, that's not why. You know, I know I'm not a good person, but I do think I had a sign from, well, this flame that ultimately it would be okay.
Look, I am not here to judge you. I have a farm, I have animals, and they do all kinds of bad stuff too, and I don't judge them. Maybe that wasn't the best analogy. Okay, what I'm trying to say is that I am just trying to make amends, and I'm at least glad that the procedure that we undertook is making you calm and peaceful.
That's not why I'm calm and peaceful.
Oh, right, because you're at the wonderful seaside cafe and you had that flame or something.
That's partly it, but not entirely.
Well, why would you feel? You mean being with? Oh. No. Why would it make you feel that way?
You just do.
Oh. What's all that yelling over there?
I think I started something. Don't worry about it. It's just people trying to move on. They'll be fine. You stay here.
Lights down. End of play. And we bow.
That was so much fun.
Yay!
We had a lot of comments coming in.
That was awesome.
Brian says, Joe, not sure I'm ready to see you act on camera, but hopefully he got through it. Martin says, woot woot. Bill says, so good. Matt says, looks and sound good. Live stream is coming good in for me. Glad to hear that. And he also says, good stuff with Jesuits. Martin sent a smiley, I think that's a laugh emoji. I don't know what kind of emoji that is. Huang says, I can't afford the Dark Night of the Soul with the flame emoji. Brenda says, go Joe.
That's my
Bill
sister-in-law.
loves the new words. Marija is excited that Madge is on. We got another emoji from Martin. Some more emojis here from Marija. And then Huang says, bravo, all of you, with applaud emojis.
Yay!
Yay!
Great work, you guys. You're so awesome. It's so fun to have you read those words.
I feel like I'm the only character who didn't get to make amends.
No, you didn't deserve to. No, you didn't.
Well,
No, that's not my
character.
No, I'm not
I'm
judging my
making
character.
amends on behalf of my character.
You're on your journey, Kyle.
You're on your journey, Kyle.
Anyway.
All right. Well, thanks everyone for watching.
Thanks, everyone.
This has
Thank
been
you.
super
Thanks.
fun.
Oh, and you can watch this. Seth, can you tell them about? They can watch it.
Elizabeth
Afterwards?
says, way to go, Joe. Yeah, you can totally watch it right where you're watching now. It's going to stay on the YouTube channel with all of my virtual performances this summer. And it's also going to be on the Facebook channel also. So it'll
share
be
with
up
your friends.
forever. I don't
Yay.
take anything down ever. Excellent. Matt says excellent. Martin says hilarious. Topical playing comedy is perfect for this time. Thanks so much, y'all. Y'all must be from the South. That's my guess.
It's from
Y'all.
California, I think.
Yeah, it's actually, there's like a 10-second delay, so all these comments are coming in right now. Nope, that's it. I think we're good.
Okay. Thanks, you guys. So great to work with you.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great
everybody.
night.
And we'll be doing this in the future, so we'll keep you posted.
Yes. All right.